have an idea in your mind of something you want, and you deserve to get it. So how do you get there? Well, welcome to the Idea Space, a podcast devoted to helping you overcome frustration and make what you want a reality. I'm your host, Jen Liddy, high school teacher turned entrepreneur. Now I'm a business development coach. It's my mission to help women bring their ideas to life and get what they want without feeling guilty, selfish, overwhelmed, or lost. Every week, I share topics, tools, and strategies to help you move toward that thing you want. Create time and energy to do the things you love, get clarity on what you really want and how to get there, and most importantly, stop feeling alone with your challenges. Whether you've wanted to create a better business, job, relationship, hobby, or self, I know there's something more that you want, and it's time you were able to get it with confidence and clarity. Ready to have it? Let's go. Hey, welcome back to the Idea Space podcast. I'm your host, Jen Liddy, and this month, November 2019, I'm talking about the 3 foundational steps that I have my clients take to help them grow a business without feeling overwhelmed or frazzled or scattered, and so that they can also have a life. So today I'm talking about step 3. And step 3 is the power step. And it's the thing that many entrepreneurs ignore doing, but it's really powerful and it doesn't seem like it would be. So let me get to the foundations here. There's something that you want, right? And there's stuff that will get in the way 100%. And sometimes that's frustration and impatience with how long everything takes and how many options there are and which one to choose. So it always seems like nothing's really direct when you are creating and growing a business. Or the thing that you want makes you feel overwhelmed because there's either a lot of tech or a lot of steps, or it just seems too big and you don't know how, so you might feel confused. That's another thing that might get in the way. The other thing that might get in the way of you dealing with getting this thing done is just life gets lifey. There are people that you need to take care of, and life happens, and sometimes we're just not prepared for what happens. And the first thing that goes off of our list is taking care of ourselves and our businesses and our goals. And here's the thing. Everybody thinks that if they just had more information, that their lives would change, that their goals would be met, that everything would be easier. And frankly, in the last 2 podcasts, I gave you steps 1 and 2, and those were very information-based. But really, people don't make changes based on information. People pay for transformation, and that's why anybody is going to hire you or buy your stuff, because in some way it's going to transform their life. And that's why the 3rd power step is really just mindset mastery. And here's the thing, I want you to imagine this situation. At the top of the hour, you are banging away at your computer, you're like really on fire, you're finished all your emails, you're actually creating some content you're excited about. Like you're really moving forward. You know what that feels like to be in flow. And then at like the middle, like 10:23 in the morning, you're like, oh my God, this sucks. I suck. This is terrible. I can't do this. This is too hard. I just don't want to do this anymore. There's many other people out there who are doing it better than me. And then you hit that really low point. And then frankly, you get to kind of the end of the hour. Maybe you push through, maybe you take a break, but you get to the end of the hour and you're just like, yeah, I can do this. I'm okay. And if that sounds like any of your hours or any of your days, I want you to know you're not alone. And frankly, this kind of roller coaster is part of being an entrepreneur. It's why being an entrepreneur is the stuff that really will make you manage your mindset. It's the stuff that really makes you doubt yourself, but also really makes you see how awesome you are. It's a constant roller coaster. And I will tell you that step 3, the power step, mindset mastery, requires daily attention, sometimes even hourly attention. And here's the thing that I've learned. A lot of people think that they don't need to deal with mindset mastery. They're just like, it's fine. I don't need to deal with that mindset crap. And I will tell you that most of entrepreneurship is not about having the perfect funnel, having the perfect pricing, writing the perfect words. It's about whether you believe that you can have that thing that you said you wanted, and that you can keep yourself going when times feel dark. And mindset mastery is something that a lot of people want to push aside. And it's for everyone. I don't care how successful you are, whether you're just like getting your feet wet in business or you're heading into the mid 5 figures or you're heading into the 6 figures or even if you're heading into 7 figures, it doesn't matter. Every single one of us needs to master our mindset. And frankly, there is no one size solution for this. There is no one book you need to read. There is no strategy. But if you can figure out which mindset strategies work best for you and practice them daily, then you are going to get what you want. You are going to be successful. I promise you. So sometimes your brain might tell you things like, I just don't have enough time, or I'm not sure what I want. I feel really fuzzy. I feel unclear. I don't know. I'm just not going to do it. I don't have all the training. I need to go back and get another course. I need to get another certification. I need another master's degree. Or your brain will tell you, there's so many people already out there doing what you do. You don't really need to do this because other people are already doing it. And if that resonates with you, any of those statements resonate with you, then I'm telling you, you are just like the rest of us. We all have to master our mindset. The struggle is real and you're not crazy. If you start to use some mindset tools and strategies, plus you have somebody outside of your head to point these things out to you, which could be listening to this podcast, which could be reading a book, which could be talking to your best friend or getting a coach. All of those things are important to deal with your mindset. Because I will tell you, my coach and I, a lot of times we're talking about mindset. I think we talk about like what's going on in my brain much more than we talk about strategy. And everybody thinks that success in business is all about having the exact right strategy. But if your mindset is crap, then it doesn't matter what your strategy is. So I call this the power step because it keeps you on track. It's what keeps you actually moving forward. It makes you feel powerful. It empowers you. So I wanted to know, what kind of mindset strategies are you currently using? And if you said none, that's okay. Because frankly, if you're listening to this podcast, then you are using a strategy of putting good stuff into your brain. And sometimes the strategy means like unfollowing some people on social media, or stop reading books that make you feel crappy, or stop having certain mentors that feel way out of your league. You probably already are using some mindset strategies. But here's one that I love to use because it's really helpful, especially when I feel kind of low and I feel a little unmotivated. I think about myself on that particular date next year. So you can do this right now. I want you to think about what date it is today, and I want you to imagine fast forwarding in your life 1 year from now. It's really powerful. And if you don't like what you see, then you have the power to change it. You can make one little step today to make a change, but you'll know if you don't keep moving forward, it's very likely you will be right where you are today a year from now, because you know how fast a year goes, right? And you know how much happens in a year. So what do you want next year to look like? And keep that future self in mind, because she can really help you get where you want to go. What is she doing? What is in her bank account? What does every day feel like? What does she look like? What does she feel like? How is her life better? That's you. That's future you. It's not bullshit. You have to imagine yourself, and that is a huge mindset shift, in the successful place you want to be. Because if you keep imagining yourself A, where you are now, or B, where you were in the past, then that's why you're stuck. What do you need to do, think, or be to become that future version of yourself? Now, when my clients win at the mind mastery game, they can't believe how much momentum they get. They can't believe how much progress that they get. And again, maybe you start with a great book that you love. I love the book You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. It's a great place to start dipping a toe. And what podcasts do you listen to? I'm at the point where I only listen to podcasts that fill me up, that make me feel inspired, that don't make me feel like they're too out of my league. Like there's a couple of podcasts that I used to listen to of people who were like, I first of all don't really like their business strategy. And second of all, there's another couple podcasts that I stopped listening to because every time I listened, I'd be like, oh my God, I have to go home and implement this strategy right